Good evening. It is a Thursday night, and you know what that means. It is the Sunday Night League, and this is a little bit different. We have got the Sunday Night League, the SNL World Cup. This took place on the World Cup evening on Sunday, the 18th of December. And this is a little bit different to what you're used to seeing from Sunday Night League. Now, we have had a brilliant year all throughout 2022, enjoying GT7 and GTE in particular, our main series that has had 4 seasons now on the game. But this is different. We have got for you tonight 15 action-packed races. We're racing at the Northern Isle Speedway in America, and we're using the KTM X-Bow. So it is a very small car, but we're using hard comfort tyres, so it's going to slide around, and traction control is banned. So in the races, it's going to be 4 drivers in each race, 4 laps, and it is a standing start, but they have lanes in those races. So we'll go through the races as we go along. You get 4 points for a win, 3 for second, 2 for third, and 1 for fourth place. And if you don't finish the race, you do not get any points. So these are the 11 drivers that are racing here tonight. So we have Season 3 champion Illusion from GTE, and a very competitive racer in the Sunday Night League. We have SPKMEYER, who won in GTE Season 4 in the Ford GT. We have COOLDUDEBOY, who has won races also in GTE and Formula X. We have JOKAS, an ever-present in the Sunday Night League since the beginning. We have SNL Wolfbane, who won the Formula X at the beginning of the year and hasn't been racing for a while, but good to see him back. We have the inaugural Porsche Cup champion Rob on drums, also winner in other seasons of Porsche Cup. And there we have Bunnies, who has had an impressive season in GTE. He's really taken to GT7. We have the return of SNL Jam. Then we have VRC Pat and 59 Tiny Terror. And then in number 11 is 57 Aloe again. Very competitive field here tonight. So, as I said, it is going to be a bit different. We have 12 races for qualification. The top 8 drivers after qualifying qualify for the semi-finals. Semi-final 1 sees the first place, 4th place, 5th place, and I believe, and I've forgotten, 8th place drivers in the semi-final 1. In semi-final 2, you have 2nd, 3rd, 6th and 7th in that as well. And then the top 2 from those semi-finals make it to the final. And then obviously the winner of that final race wins the SNL World Cup. So let's have a look at the standings then. We'll go through the races. It's a little bit different, as I say, tonight with everything in terms of the presentation. So we've got race number 1. There is the Sunday Night League World Cup popping up again. So the drivers there, they are the grid orders of everyone. And here we have race number 1. So Illusion will be on the inside, SPKMEYER in 2, COOLDUDEBOY in 3rd, and JOKAS in 4th on the outside on the banking. So here they are in the inside. You can see then Illusion, SPKMEYER in his red car, COOLDUDEBOY in the yellow and white car of JOKAS on the outside. They're holding the start, so the starter counts to 3, and when he says go, they go, and it's a great start there by COOLDUDEBOY in the 3rd row, and he gets into the lead ahead of SPKMEYER, and Illusion in 3rd place with JOKAS at the back. So there we have COOLDUDEBOY coming out of the 2nd turn. It's a very quick lap, only about 20 seconds in these X-Bows. You can see they are tricky to drive off the line. They all slide off those starts. And at the back, you can see JOKAS fighting with Illusion. We're just looking at SPKMEYER, currently in 2nd in his orange and green car. But at the back here, we're on board now with JOKAS driving his X-Bow. And we can see Illusion trying to get past SPKMEYER ahead. And the slide from Illusion proving so hard. And Illusion has gone off Let's see what happened to him. Let's go on a replay. You can see the car is sliding through the banking. He then gets just caught up and slides off into the wall. But at the front, it is COOLDUDEBOY, who is driving on his own. Nobody is touching him at the front. SPKMEYER there in second place, and JOKAS in third now. But SPKMEYER trying to catch up with COOLDUDEBOY. He's getting a good run out of the final turn. We're going into the final lap now, lap number 4 here at the Sunday Night League World Cup. Thank you everybody that's watching. Like, share and subscribe. We've got JOKAS going round the outside of SPKMEYER on this final lap. Can he get himself up into second place and 3 points for the Polish driver? And it looks like he's got a good run coming out that final corner. Yes, he gets SPKMEYER on the line. So COOLDUDEBOY wins with JOKAS in second and SPKMEYER in third. 4 points for COOLDUDEBOY. JOKAS in second with 3, SPKMEYER 2, and ELUSION will get 1 point despite going off. He still qualifies with 1 point after his crash. There we go. So we go into race number 2. Nobody on the inside with Wolfbane in second, Rob on drums in the third, and Bunnies in the fourth. So COOLDUDEBOY there in the... Wolfbane in the black and red, Rob on drums in the green, and Bunnies is in the white. And you can see Rob on drums getting a poor start, actually getting caught up there with Bunnies, who was on the outside of him. You can see the cars really struggling through. Bunnies getting a little bit of buffering, and Wolfbane sliding the car out of turn number 2. Leery times there in the KTM. As I say, these cars have comfort tyres, and again Wolfbane really powering out of turn number 2 once more. And he sets his time. That's turn number 4. Actually, they all look the same around here. We've got Bunnies here in second place in his Alfa Romeo inspired car, and then Rob on drums there in third. No driver though in the inside, because we've got Rob on drums really fighting the back end of that KTM. All the drivers did say how fun these cars were to drive around these tight little track in America. We're on board now with Bunnies going high, trying to close the gap on Wolfbane. He is closing up, I think, a little bit as he sets the fastest lap of the race, but Wolfbane at the front in his black and red X-Bow, and he's going to get this win. It looks like it's going to be a comfortable one for him in the end. Wolfbane gets the perfect start for himself, but Bunnies is looking very quick. He closed the gap in the end to get second place, and Rob on drums in third. Poor start for him. It was all hard work, but at the front, Wolfbane getting the win. Bunnies in second, and Rob on drums in third. So the races come thick and fast. Here's race number 3. Aloe on the 4th, Tiny Terror in 3, Pat on 2, and Jam on 1. You can see Pat getting himself sorted out, ready for the start then. And Jam gets a good start off of 1. Pat bogs down a little bit. Tiny Terror in second place, getting through to turn number 1 nicely, with Aloe struggling to get the power down from the outside. Looks like that outside line is not the best place to start. All the drivers will race from the different starting points though, but Jam going high and wide, keeping the high line. And Tiny Terror in second place. You can see Pat sliding his car so aggressively on the exit of 4. We're on board now with Pat as he goes towards the wall. Not the best place to be. It's the fastest line, but if you touch that wall, it is going to be a difficult point for you to get back. But we're on board there with Tiny, but Pat catching up. Aloe in 4th place. Jam at the front there. Founder of SNL leading, sliding the car out on his own at the front. It looks like Tiny Terror's got a nice comfortable second place. He's ahead of Pat. Pat though running up high, trying to use all the speed. Pat's got a lot of speed, in fact, off that final corner. He's going into the final lap then. He's all over the back of Tiny Terror. We're on board with Pat. Tiny Terror in second place, having to defend the inside line. Can Pat use the momentum though? Cut back up on the inside as they cross the line, and Pat manages to get Tiny Terror a little bit of contact at the end, but he gets second. But it was Jam at the front. Perfect 4 points for him. Pat second place. Tiny Terror being pipped at the line there for third. And Aloe in fourth. 1 point for Aloe. Oh, excuse me. Apologies. I've just coughed all down the mic. Here are the standings then. After the first 3 races, after every driver has had 1 race, you can see COOLDUDEBOY there at the top with Wolfbane and Jam, all the winners, and all the second place drivers, JOKAS, Bunnies, and Pat, with SPKMEYER there in 7th place, Rob on drums in 8th, Tiny Terror 9th, and Illusion and Aloe there in the bottom with 1 point each. But we will go into the next round. So these are all the second time these drivers have been racing. Here's race number 4. Nobody on the inside. Jam in second, Illusion in third, and Tiny Terror in 4. Jam winning the last race, so 2 races on the bounce for Jam. So Tiny Terror as well. Let's see what happens for them. So go into race number 5. Jam gets good start again, but it's very even between Illusion and Tiny Terror. Tiny Terror. Oh no, Jam's made a mistake though. He's put the power on too much, and Tiny Terror is up into first place. Illusion in second, and Jam now down into third place despite that good start. But Jam looking up the inside, but Illusion keeping the line, holding the position up high. Jam trying to look up the inside. They are side by side as they go across the start finish line for the first time. Jam up into second place. You can see Illusion behind, pushing hard. But at the front, it's Tiny Terror in that lovely silk cut Jaguar style X-bow. But Illusion, third place, pushing hard. They can see the cars all sliding out of the final corner. Everybody in this race is having trouble with the power, as we can see Illusion pushing his way through into second place. Jam now down into third. Tiny Terror still leads this race, doing very well in the front of the... Oh, we see contact there by Illusion and Jam. Illusion losing at the back end, but Jam goes up the inside, and Tiny Terror goes to the wide outside, and maybe been a bit of contact as that position was made. Jam defending the inside line. Illusion going deep into the corner as well. He's in second place. They're pushing each other. They're so close. This is the closest line, and it's a win for Jam with Illusion second and Tiny Terror in third place. Illusion sliding off at the end there, nearly crashing out. So we have Jam the winner, Illusion second, and third for Tiny. So that was race number 5 suddenly disappeared. There we go. Bunny's on the inside. COOLDUDEBOY in second. Pat in third. And Wolfbane off 4. And let's have a look then. Bunny's on that inside. COOLDUDEBOY gets a good start. Pat again not particularly good off the line with Wolfbane on his outside. But it is COOLDUDEBOY that has pulled away ahead of the pack. Bunny's there in second place. He's got Pat all the behind him as they come through to the first lap, and we've got Pat chasing down Bunny. So a lot of buffeting going on between the drivers. Bit of a slide as well from Pat. He's having to adjust himself, align himself. Going high though on the attack. We've got COOLDUDEBOY leading comfortably though at the front, keeping it high, finding that fast line, dropping down to 4th gear himself. But Bunny's under pressure from Pat. Pat looking up the inside into turn number 1. He's got the line. Has he got the position? Yes, he has. A nice little move there by Pat. We're seeing the drivers getting more confident with the car as they get through the races. But Bunny's up the inside. Can he get past Pat? Can he do what Pat did into turn 1? It's going into the final lap. Here we go. 1 lap to go. And Wolfbane at the back in 4th place, but at the front, COOLDUDEBOY leading the field. We look back. Pat has got a comfortable second, it looks like now. Bunnies has got to fight hard. He's in 3rd place, but he's got Wolfbane catching him. But at the front, it's a comfortable win there for COOLDUDEBOY. That's 2 out of 2 for him. Pat in second. Wolfbane has managed to get past Bunnies. What happened to Bunnies on that final corner? Bunnies there in 3rd place, coming out of the final corner. He just got caught up, and he loses the position to Wolfbane on the line. So Bunnies losing that position. 4 points though for COOLDUDEBOY. Pat in second with 3 more points. Wolfbane getting himself 2 points, and Bunnies just the 1 for 4th place. Here's race number 6 then. We've got Rob on drums on the outside, Aloe in third, JOKAS off 2, and SPKMEYER off the front. So none of these drivers have won a race yet. That's going to change here. Who can get the win? It's a good start by SPKMEYER. Aloe in third gets a good one as well. Aloe getting a very good start, but he's gone up too high, and JOKAS has got himself up into the front as we have a bit of camera issue. Rob on drums currently second, but SPKMEYER on the inside, pushing hard on the inside there. Can he get past? Rob on drums currently second. We can see JOKAS having a little bit of fight up at front. He touches the wall. SPKMEYER going low, very low against Aloe. As the top two going high. SPKMEYER and Aloe fighting hard. Aloe going for the move up the inside, puts himself up into third place. But SPKMEYER has got the line high up. Can he use that top speed? But at the front we got JOKAS fighting with Rob on drums. This is a very tight battle for first and second, as well as third and fourth. JOKAS though is keeping the lead ahead of Rob on drums. Rob on drums faster though on the last lap. He set the fastest lap of this race. He is pushing hard. He's keeping the Polish driver under pressure. SPKMEYER there in third place. He's got past Aloe. You can see the top two though. Here comes Rob on drums. Rob on drums up the inside on the final lap. Can he hold this now? He's leading the race in first place ahead of JOKAS. JOKAS will look up the inside on the final corner. Can he do anything though? No, he cannot. Rob on drums timing that to perfection for himself with a win for him. JOKAS in second and SPKMEYER in third. Aloe down in fourth. 1 point for him, 2 for SPKMEYER, 3 for JOKAS, but it's a big 4 points there for Rob on drums. Brilliant race there by Rob on drums, setting some very quick times as well. Let's have a look then at the standings. This is what it looks like after 2 races each then. So perfect scores for COOLDUDEBOY and SNL Jam. We've got Wolfbane and Rob on drums on 6 points. And JOKAS on 6 points with 2 seconds, as well as Pat on 2 seconds. Then Bunnies, Illusion and SPKMEYER and Tiny Terror on 4, with Aloe on 2 points at the bottom. But still, lots to play for. 2 more races left for all of these drivers. Here we have Tiny Terror on the inside with Illusion, Wolfbane and COOLDUDEBOY. So COOLDUDEBOY and Wolfbane on the outside, the top 2 scorers in these races. Currently first and third in the standings, with Tiny Terror on that inside line in the white car. And it's a good start there by COOLDUDEBOY. He's got a good reaction. Illusion though leading into turn 1, it looks like. Illusion getting himself up into the lead. He's not had a very good start to this meeting at all, but COOLDUDEBOY back up into second place, pushing hard. He's got Illusion ahead of him, but going high. Wolfbane up the inside, just pushing slightly wide. Oh, camera angle's gone a little bit wide. Tiny Terror up into second. We've got Illusion in the lead still, but Wolfbane using that higher line, using the momentum, sliding out of the corner of turn 2. COOLDUDEBOY up into second place now. So the top 2 drivers in this race in terms of points have got past the drivers in a lower position, but COOLDUDEBOY currently second place. He was going into this race unbeaten, but Illusion trying to get him down to third. Can Illusion do anything to stop him? He's in a South Korean style livery by the look of that. But COOLDUDEBOY keeping second place. Wolfbane leading Tiny Terror, unfortunately at the back once more, so that's not looking good for his chances of qualifying for the semi-finals. Wolfbane though, after his third place in the second race, has got himself back to winning ways. He's going to take the 4 points. He's going to be ahead of COOLDUDEBOY as well, the first driver to beat COOLDUDEBOY here tonight. And Illusion sliding across the line. I think he's doing that on purpose now. Tiny Terror in fourth, but 4 points for Wolfbane. COOLDUDEBOY has got 3, Illusion has got 2, and Tiny Terror has got 1. It's looking quite tight for Illusion in terms of qualifying for the semi-finals. He keeps getting thirds and fourths. He needs to start finishing a bit higher. Race number 8, nobody off 3. SPKMEYER off 4, Bunnies off 2, and Pat off 1. None of these drivers have won, have they? So far, or has Bunnies won a race? No, Bunnies hasn't won a race. Nobody's won a race in this. On Pat on the inside, Bunnies in second. SPKMEYER having a look at the wall in inspection there, but there we are, Bunnies in 2, fighting there. SPKMEYER at the back. Let's have a look at that. SPKMEYER did say he was inspecting the wall in one of these races. Here it is then, on board with him. You can see the drivers on his inside, sorting themselves out, getting ready, and he just puts the power down and it turns to the right, and yes, oh dear, not his best time. But at the front we have Bunnies and Pat. Bunnies bouncing around like his namesake a little bit. Pat also having a bit of a go. He's in the Jimmy Broadbent style car. No Punterino for Pat. But Pat leading the race. He's got Bunnies bouncing all over the place behind him. Very distracting, I'm sure, for him. But Pat leading the race. Bunnies in second. It is between these two, unfortunately. SPKMEYER a long way at the back, half a lap down on these two drivers. On board there with Bunnies, watching Pat. Neither of these drivers have won a race as of yet tonight, but this looks good for them. Pat, though, has left the inside open, and Bunnies has a look. We're on board with Bunnies. Pat on the outside, though, keeping his accelerator full on, making sure he's carrying the momentum, and there we have Bunnies going on the defensive now. He's trying to find a different line. Pat running wide on the exit of 4. Can Bunnies put the pressure on Pat very, very high there? He's got to be careful he doesn't hit the wall. He will lose all his momentum. But I think Bunnies just doesn't quite have enough in this race. It's going to be a win then from Pat. Second place for Bunnies. Bunnies having a bit of a slide on the exit. And Pat sets the fastest lap as well, a 19.9 for him. And SPKMEYER there in third place. He'll be feeling that that was his best chance of getting a good win. SPKMEYER looking like it's going to be tricky to qualify for the semi-finals now. Still one race left for them to go. So here we have Rob on drums on 1, Aloe in second, JOKAS off 3, and Jam off 4. So Jam at the moment, 2 race wins for him out of 2. JOKAS off 3. And here we go. Jam has a good getaway again, but big slide for him, and it's Aloe again with a fantastic start. Jam looking at the wall. It seems he's doing his best attempt at doing what SPKMEYER did, but Rob on drums in third place. Let's have a look to see if Jam had the same problem as SPKMEYER. He did. He slid very aggressively into the wall, but then able to catch it, unlike SPKMEYER. So Aloe there leading the race. He's ahead of JOKAS. Aloe needs this win. He has had a poor start to the evening of racing. Can he get himself really into contention to qualify for the semi-finals? The top 8 qualify for the semi-finals with the 3 drivers unable. But JOKAS, though, up the inside. JOKAS has not won a race yet this evening. He's had 2 second places, and he's got the lead now from Aloe. Aloe trying to put the pressure, though, on the Polish driver. We see Jam up into third place, and Rob on drums in fourth. Jam closing the gap to the top 2. But JOKAS leading ahead of Aloe. There is Jam sliding the car out of 2. He's got some momentum, though, catching up Aloe. Aloe going low, deciding to try and get a better exit. He does touch the wall, though, on the exit, and there is the end of the race, in fact. No, final lap, should I say, not the end of the race. Apologies. Jam sliding that blue and white SNL machine very aggressively, but it's going to be a win here for JOKAS in his McLaren style KTM, and it's very close for second place. Aloe, though, is going to keep hold of it. Second place for Aloe, good result for him, and Jam in third. Rob on drums down in fourth place. So Aloe putting himself in contention now for the semi-finals, as these drivers are going into the final races of the qualifying system. Let's see where they are. So there you have the points now. It's very tight. There you can see from second to fourth, all on 10 points. COOLDUDEBOY leads with 11, beaten by Wolfbane. Wolfbane, Jam, JOKAS and Pat all on 10, and then a gap to Rob on drums on 7, Bunnies also on 7, ELUSION and SPKMEYER on 6, Aloe now in 5, and Tiny Terror in 5. It is all to play for, though. Anybody can make these semi-finals, and it's very tight at the top, as you can see. So the next race sees ELUSION off 4, Bunnies off 3, Tiny Terror off 2, and JOKAS, after his win in the last race, off of 1. He will be looking for a good result here. Bunnies also looking for a strong result if he can cement himself up. Oh no, Tiny Terror has gone backwards at the start. We saw ELUSION having a bit of a problem in his red car. He hit the wall a bit like SPKMEYER and Jam at the start, but it is Bunnies that's taken the lead from JOKAS. Bunnies getting the start. Illusion having to fight hard. He's got to get a good result here to qualify for the semi-finals. He's currently down in 3rd place, which will give him 2 points. JOKAS sliding, hits the wall hard actually, and that is Illusion's opportunity. He jumps up into 2nd place. Could Tiny Terror get himself up into 3rd? He's putting the pressure on JOKAS. Here he is pushing in that silk cut Jaguar style KTM, but at the front it is Bunnies in the Alfa Romeo. KTM, he's going to go across the line into the 3rd lap. We can see at the back though, Illusion has got JOKAS all over the back of him. So Illusion having to fight down low. He's got JOKAS who's got the momentum. Can JOKAS make a move? We've seen JOKAS pass for positions already this evening. JOKAS in 3rd place. He's getting the move done, and it is Illusion. Oh no, Illusion and Tiny have hit. Illusion and Tiny have hit each other. A little bit of a touch between the two. Nothing that Tiny could have done there. Let's go on board, and there you go. He just had a lot of red machinery in front of him, whilst at the front, unknowingly, Bunnies is going to win this one at a canter. A nice victory for Bunnies. There we go. Nice consistent laps. JOKAS there in 2nd place. And 3rd place is Illusion. And Tiny Terror is on the inside, just running up the inside. He's not going to finish. That is going to guarantee that JOKAS has got lots of points here. He's got 13 points for this evening. Bunny's 11, and Illusion, I think, is on 8. So Illusion looking like he could be in trouble here. Next race then, SPKMEYER, important for him. So is Aloe, 5 points for them. Wolfbane there off 2, and Pat off 4. They are the 2 form men then, Wolfbane and Pat, but it is important for Aloe and SPKMEYER to get the results. SPKMEYER in the orange car, Aloe in the pink and green car, similar to Pat. Pat in his car gets a good start, but it's Wolfbane that gets the start off of 2. Good start for him. SPKMEYER up in 2nd place. That is good for him. That would be 3 points and possible qualification into the semi-finals if he can do it, but he's got the 2 pink and green cars chasing him down. The sneak energy of Aloe, and Pat gets up the inside on the outside, and then goes Aloe up into 3rd place, up the inside on SPKMEYER. Very nicely done there by Aloe. Very good for him. There is Pat bouncing around again. A little bit of connection issues possibly for himself, but Wolfbane at the front. No problems for him. Aloe though up in 3rd place, having a bit of a fight with his car, but Wolfbane making it look easy now in his KTM. He sets the fastest lap briefly though, but it's beaten by Pat. Pat is looking quick here tonight. He's in 2nd place again, 3 more points. Oh, SPKMEYER slides his KTM. He manages to hold it. Having a lot of fun there in 4th place, but it's only going to be the 1 point. It looks like Aloe and SPKMEYER are not going to qualify for these semi-finals. Wolfbane and Pat, though, are fighting it out. Both of these are on 10 points, so this is crucial. Who finishes up there in terms of the standings? The semi-finalists do get a chance to pick where they start based on their points positions, and Pat putting all the pressure on Wolfbane in the end, looking a lot quicker than Wolfbane. Aloe there in 3rd place, and there goes SPKMEYER 4th place. Had a lot of fun tonight, but unfortunately he's not made the semi-final for him. But very good race there by Wolfbane, and win for him, but Pat also looking quick. So the final race of qualification, you see COOLDUDEBOY in 1, Rob on drums in 2, and Jam off of 3. So who can do this? COOLDUDEBOY has only been beaten by Wolfbane all night, and COOLDUDEBOY has a great start. Jam in 3rd, looking good, but it's Rob on drums actually ahead. As the 2 drivers go side by side, a bit of a touch. Out of 2 are on board with Jam, fighting hard, sliding all over. This is going to give the race surely to COOLDUDEBOY as these 2 fight each other. Out of turn 2, see how close they are. Jam sliding his KTM, maybe a little bit too much. Out of that second to last corner in the final corner, pushing hard in 2nd place. Fighting opposite lock on these cars all of the time, it seems. Jam in third, but at the front, very calmly done. COOLDUDEBOY looking immense here this evening. He has only been beaten once by Wolfbane. Rob on drums is there in second place. COOLDUDEBOY is going to go top of the standings with this result. Rob on drums also will qualify for the semi-finals, as will Jam. But Jam, after 2 wins off the first 2 races, he's had 2 third places. Looking at this as it stands, there's not much really for these drivers to fight for now. COOLDUDEBOY, comfortable lead at the front, and 19.9 for him as well. Looking very nicely for the final, trying to get a rhythm with Rob on drums in second, and Jam is going to get third, but Rob on drums very close at the end and actually takes the fastest lap at 19.7. That's the fastest of the night. So Rob on drums finding some speed, definitely not somebody to rule out. As we look at the standings then, the final standings in the qualification, we have at the top with a near perfect 16, COOLDUDEBOY, Wolfbane in second, Pat in third, JOKAS in fourth, Jam fifth, sixth is Bunnies, seventh Rob on drums, and eighth, only by 1 point, is Illusion. SPKMEYER then 9th, 10th is Aloe, and 11th Tiny Terror. So COOLDUDEBOY gets the first pick in the first semi-final, with JOKAS getting the second pick, Jam getting the third pick, and then Illusion will be left with whatever is left. And then in semi-final number 2, we have Wolfbane, Pat, Bunnies, and Rob on drums. So let's have a look what they chose. So semi-final number 1, on the inside we have COOLDUDEBOY. JOKAS chose to go off 2, Jam decided to go off 3, and Illusion on the outside line, the one that has shown quite difficult to get any results from. He's in that top line. You can see COOLDUDEBOY 15, 13 for JOKAS, 12 for Jam, and 8 for Illusion. This is the semi-final number 1. So COOLDUDEBOY on the inside with JOKAS in second. COOLDUDEBOY and Jam get a good start. Again, a bit of a slide, but JOKAS getting a slide. More of a slide was Illusion. On the outside, he showed how difficult that was to get going. He's slid all the way at the back. Let's have a look and just see how his start went. Again, getting hooked up in the wall, as some drivers have done this evening. COOLDUDEBOY, though, leads from Jam. Jam actually touching him on it of turn number 2, getting a good exit. Jam, so he's putting pressure on COOLDUDEBOY, the winner of nearly every race he's been in, apart from getting beaten by Wolfbane. COOLDUDEBOY, though, looking strong. Jam in second, touch of the wall, though, so that's going to slow Jam up. Can he fall into the clutches of JOKAS? JOKAS qualifying really well, second places and a first all the way through the evening, but he's down in third place. He's got to put the pressure on Jam. There's Illusion at the back after his start. Did not work out for him. COOLDUDEBOY, though, looking immense at the front. Jam using a high line, but it is Jam pushing hard in second place, with JOKAS there in third. He's got to put the pressure on the SNL. Jam, but COOLDUDEBOY winning this race. He's going to book himself into the final. He's keeping a low line as well. He's not risking anything. He's making sure he's going to finish this race. Jam, though, under pressure from JOKAS, who's set the fastest lap of the race now. JOKAS in the rhythm, but it's the final lap. Can JOKAS do anything into the final couple of corners? It's going to be COOLDUDEBOY that wins the race. So COOLDUDEBOY wins and books himself into the final. Jam in second place, and JOKAS unable to make the final in third, but an impressive drive all evening from JOKAS. Well done, JOKAS, there, and there is Illusion all the way down, but it is the winner of nearly every race tonight, COOLDUDEBOY. He is looking in superb form, with Jam up there in second, both qualifying for the final. So semi-final 2, Wolfbane picked number 1. It was Pat who then chose number 3. Bunnies picked number 2, and then Rob on drums was left with gate 4, which we've seen before has not proven the best for drivers. But Wolfbane, the man on form, the only man to beat COOLDUDEBOY all evening. He's off the inside. The sun is setting now. Bunnies in second. Pat gets a good start initially, but it's Bunnies that pulls away in second place. And also Rob on drums has got the line, and he is up there. He's made the outside line work so well for himself. Pat at the back, but Bunnies leads from his start. He is ahead of Wolfbane. Wolfbane is having to defend because Pat's moved himself up into third place, pushing hard though, getting a bit of a slide on, getting a bit of help there from Rob on drums, and actually that's helped to get past Wolfbane. Pat gets up ahead of Wolfbane. Good slide move. Wolfbane has to get past, but he's under pressure there from Rob on drums. All three of these drivers know that second place will get them into the final. Rob on drums, though, having a bit of a slide, saying hello to the wall. But we see Pat up ahead, having a slide. He's under pressure from Wolfbane, who is pushing hard. The man that has beaten COOLDUDEBOY, the one that has looked so impressive all evening. But Pat in second place. But at the front, it is Bunnies leading this second semi-final. He's going to get the second pick going into that final and choosing where he starts. Pat up there in second place. He is defending hard. He's going high. He's pulling away from Wolfbane and closing the gap actually to Bunnies. Bunnies running high, sliding the car slightly on the exit, but Bunnies is going to win semi-final 2, and Pat gets that final spot in the final. Wolfbane misses out. After all that hard work, Wolfbane is in third in this semi-final. Rob on drums, unfortunately, in fourth. All those drivers were in qualifying positions for the final at points in this race. Really good, tight battle. So we go into the final, and as you can see, COOLDUDEBOY picked gate number 1, where he won his semi-final from. Bunnies picked 2, which is where he won his semi-final from. Pat off 3, and Jam off 4. All of these drivers really competitive. COOLDUDEBOY has only been beaten once this evening. It is his race. He's off the inside where he started so well all evening. Who is going to win this final race and win the SNL World Cup? And it's a great start from COOLDUDEBOY, a really good one. He's ahead of Pat. Pat, though, getting a good run off race number 3 on slides on the exit. He's pushing hard. He's got himself up into the lead and leads ahead of COOLDUDEBOY. We've not seen COOLDUDEBOY beaten off the line very often tonight. And in fact, it was out of 2 that happened. Jam is looking on the outside, having a bit of a slide off of 2. We're on board then with COOLDUDEBOY in second place. You can see Pat ahead of him. Jam on the exit of 2. A little bit of touch between the two. Jam now up into second place, and COOLDUDEBOY down into 4th. So COOLDUDEBOY all this evening has looked the man to beat. He's down in 4th place. He has got to do something with this. Pat, though, leading ahead of everybody else in this World Cup final here at SNL. Like, share and subscribe if you have not done so already. There is Jam sliding the car out of the final corner. He's got Bunnies on his outside, pushing him hard, but Bunnies is also under pressure from COOLDUDEBOY. Bunnies bouncing around. We see Jam sliding. The KTM, those comfort tyres really are tricky to hang on to, but Pat looking supreme at the front as COOLDUDEBOY is in 4th. We're on the final lap as well, and COOLDUDEBOY is going to get himself up into 3rd place. He's got the momentum to put himself back onto the podium, but at the front it is going to be the win and the World Cup for Pat. Well done to him. 2nd for Jam and 3rd for COOLDUDEBOY. Wow, what a race. 2nd there for Jam, 3rd for COOLDUDEBOy. Bunnies unfortunately 4th, but there is Pat. He is the winner of the SNL World Cup. Congratulations to Pat. Well done on an immense final race. What a start. There's confirmation above. Pat is the winner of the SNL World Cup. He's the winner of the last event here at the Sunday Night League. All that's left to say is Merry Christmas. And thank you very much for watching. Like, share and subscribe to us if you have not done so already. And until 2023 with some fantastic racing, that is the Sunday Night League. Good night.